I've been kind of slow on the Made in the USA rescue items, but Thanksgiving's turned out, at least today, a pretty consistent one. So I've got, yesterday I went out and um, got an item and wound up getting two free um, desks, and I thought I'd donate to the Goodwill, and I forgot being the 24th. They're closed, so they used to have the Milham one in Portage, and of course I got one up at the front seat. I can't see it. Yeah, maybe a little bracket there, but I didn't bring the bolts for that, the screws for that. Then this one, it's kind of that particle board cheaper design, and they didn't really want it. So I'll probably just donate that down in Niles when I'm down next. But found this, a white 77. The gal, the young lady who owned it, it's been in a family with just the one owner prior, and that's young lady. She's 98, and so hopefully, like I think personally, my generation should be living to like 120 to 150 when you got generations, going back 2, 3 generations living at least in my family to their, 90s and 100s, so it should be hundreds and something more. But anyways, yeah, so everything's here other than that plate there. So I'll go through it. So I'll probably make another video when I get around to just to see how functioning and all. But sounds like that's in good working condition. Cabinet's beautiful. It's these 1.5 inch thick tops, and that's really what attracted me the most, with the 4 drawers and that same style drawer with the inserts. A little bit of corrosion here. I don't know, sweat or maybe something moisture, but hey, otherwise looks really good. You see a little bit wear, but that's okay, no big deal. That cleans up really well. The top looks really good, actually. I don't typically use the towels and whatnot with some items, and this one I figured I'd keep it looking nicer. This will be a good, just as a end table, a table alone. These are just beautiful in my opinion, and folded out, man, they're great, especially with sewing machine. And this, of the different white 77s I own, um, one will probably it's original, but we'll see what I can get for plates. Some of these parts do fit really well. Some, boy, they're that batch of the castings, and if there's pressed parts, those mold and dies, or the tool and dies, I should say. So yeah, we'll see, but we'll get it going. Um, but what I saw also randomly, and I was like, man, I went and got the modern code for Prawn 1430 plug for $5. And I was talking to that gentleman for a bit, and he mentioned he wanted, I told him about the welder I was working on. He said, give me $100 for it. I said, well, let me show you. Let me look on Facebook real quick, and I'll show you what I've got and see what you think, because you might be able to find a better deal. And I found a few welders that were on sale for $80 or less. Well, and close in that area. Well, I happened to look again. Actually, I didn't look. It just happened to show up on the Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, oh no, it's a Century made in the U.S., Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a Century 100. I don't know if you can see. Yes, there we go. So this is a Century 100. It's not like my 125 GL. It's a little taller. I think this is a little slimmer, but it's got the Lincoln 10-pound spool of flux core wire in with it. So that alone is for 75 bucks. That wire, I think, is like, I want to say it's like 50 bucks for a 10-pound spool. It's not cheap, that's for sure. So that's a great deal. That alone, I'm like, this is reported all working condition, excellent. And it looks like the tip, he sent me some photos of the tip. It looks like, I forget what they're calling, I think it's a 3550, but it looks like it's the same style nozzle that's on that 125 GL. I don't, and if it's not, it's the next size up. So, but I'll check that out when I do a video just to detail performance next. But I should have the consumables for that anyways. I do have a few of the larger size, because I kind of wanted to play around when I was thinking about custom machining to do the, I forget what they call it. It's like a Hobart Miller slide on kind of press fit nozzle. versus a screw-on design. But screw-on design's great, works fine. I don't see any issues. But I mean, you get carried away when you're on those, Chinese websites. Oh boy, for $5, let's throw it in. Just get it. But anyways, I'm getting long-winded. I just want to document that. Oh, and then when I was at the Goodwill, found me a nice little pruner. So now I have a little shorter one for $3.99. So that's a good deal. Oh, and then it's kind of funny, the blanket he just threw in with the welder, so when it scratched the cabinet, because like I said, the finish is pretty good condition. Okay, that's about all I can think of. Be safe, stay healthy. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Harvest Fest, and until next time, learn something new.